What's up, Lakers Nation? If you're a true fan of the purple and gold, buckle up because today's news is straight fire. Things are heating up behind the scenes in the NBA, and the offseason hasn't even hit full throttle yet. But that hasn't stopped the rumor mill from going into overdrive. And the latest buzz involves a name that could change the game completely for Los Angeles. We're talking about none other than Bam Adebayo. Yeah, you heard that right. There's a growing whisper in the league that Bam could be a target for the Lakers this offseason, and that's got everyone talking. Now, let's rewind a bit. Ever since the season wrapped for teams like the Lakers, the offseason has been a breeding ground for speculation. It's the moment when front offices turn into war rooms, where strategies are reevaluated and potential trades get lined up like dominoes. And when it comes to the Lakers, every single move is magnified. We're talking about a franchise that doesn't do rebuilds, it does reloads. And this summer is shaping up to be no different. The Lakers are reportedly looking to add some serious defensive firepower to their roster, especially in the frontcourt. They've tried to make moves in the past. Remember the trade deadline when rumors were swirling? But now, with more time to maneuver, the stakes are higher and the options are broader. Enter Bam Adebayo. Known for his elite defensive skills, physical presence in the paint, and underrated playmaking, Bam is exactly the kind of player who could elevate the Lakers to a new level. His ability to anchor a defense, switch on the perimeter, and still be a threat on offense makes him a rare commodity in today's NBA. And let's not forget his experience and leadership. He's not just a player, he's a tone setter. So when reports started surfacing that the Lakers might have their eyes on him, the fan base lit up with excitement and curiosity. Could this really happen? Could Bam, a cornerstone of the Miami Heat, be on the move to Los Angeles? Well, here's where things get complicated. The buzz originally started when a trusted source mentioned Bam as a potential Lakers target during the offseason. The suggestion wasn't necessarily that talks were already underway, but more that he's seen as a dream fit, the kind of player LA would love to get if the stars aligned. But that's a big if, because while the Lakers might be interested, the reality is that Miami isn't exactly lining up to ship their franchise big man out the door. Bam is a critical part of what the Heat do on both ends of the floor. He's young, he's productive, and he's already locked into a long-term contract. That means any deal would have to blow Miami away, and that's where the challenge lies. One of the biggest questions hanging over this potential move is about assets. Do the Lakers even have what it takes to tempt the Heat? That's been a point of debate. Some believe LA's current roster doesn't offer enough in return. Others argue that a package built around younger players and future picks could at least get Miami to the table. But here's the twist. Even that might not be enough. Because when you compare the pieces, things get murky. For instance, some fans have floated the idea of including Austin Reeves in a potential deal. But if you're the Heat, do you really see that as an upgrade? Reeves is talented, sure, but Miami already has a player with a similar skill set in Tyler Herro. And while there are differences between the two, they're close enough in style that the trade might not move the needle for Miami's front office. Meanwhile, the Lakers are stuck in a bit of a balancing act. On one hand, they know the clock is ticking. LeBron James isn't getting any younger, and the window to win another championship with him leading the way is getting smaller each season. On the other hand, they've got to be smart. Sacrificing too many future assets for a short-term gain could backfire down the line. That's why names like Bam Adebayo are so enticing, because he offers both immediate impact and long-term value. He's the kind of piece you can build around even after the LeBron era ends, which makes him even more appealing to a team looking to stay competitive in the years to come. But Bam isn't the only name floating around. According to more chatter, another player who could be on the Lakers' radar is Andrew Wiggins. Now, that's an interesting twist. Wiggins had a roller coaster of a season, playing part of the year with the Heat after being moved from Golden State. He's shown flashes of brilliance, especially on the defensive end, and when he's locked in, he could be a real asset. His fit alongside LeBron and Anthony Davis could be smoother than people think, especially if the Lakers are looking for someone who can guard multiple positions and knock down open shots. Still, the focus remains on whether LA is aiming for a blockbuster, someone like Bam, or looking to make smaller, calculated moves that address specific needs without blowing up the roster. And that brings us to the big question. What exactly is the Lakers' plan? Are they ready to go all in, swing for the fences, and bring in a star-caliber big like Bam Adebayo? Or will they play it safe, look for value deals, and preserve their core while adding complementary pieces? It's hard to say right now, but one thing's for sure. Whatever move they make, it's going to send ripples across the league. Because when the Lakers make a move, the entire NBA pays attention. That's the kind of weight this franchise carries. And with names like Bam Adebayo being linked to the purple and gold, you can bet this offseason is just getting started. Now, let's dig even deeper into what this potential move could mean, not just for the Lakers and Heat, but for the entire NBA landscape. When you bring up a player like Bam Adebayo in trade conversations, you're not just talking about adding another body to the rotation. You're talking about reshaping the identity of a team. For the Lakers, acquiring a defensive anchor like Bam would mark a significant shift in how they play on both ends of the court. Imagine the impact of pairing Bam with Anthony Davis, two of the most versatile and intimidating defenders in the league, operating side by side. Opposing offenses would be suffocated. Switches, traps, rim protection, closeouts, the possibilities would be endless. That front court could easily become the most dominant defensive duo in the NBA, and that's without even considering what LeBron brings on the back line when locked in. Offensively, it would open new dimensions as well. Bam isn't your traditional big man. He's a high IQ player who can pass, handle the ball in spurts, and make plays from the elbow or the top of the key. His dribble handoff game is elite, and that's something the Lakers have lacked consistency with. Having a big who can facilitate takes pressure off LeBron and allows for more movement and flow in the half court. Combine that with Davis's inside-out game and the slashing ability of guys like Reeves or even Rui Hachimura, and suddenly you're looking at a modern, fluid offense that doesn't have to rely so heavily on isolations or post-ups. Bam's presence could also allow LeBron to manage his load more effectively, preserving his legs for deeper playoff runs. That kind of flexibility is gold for a team with championship aspirations. But again, everything hinges on whether this is even remotely possible. As mentioned earlier, Bam is not a player the Heat are actively shopping. He's one of the few true building blocks on their roster, a player Pat Riley and Eric Spoelstra have invested in heavily, both financially and strategically. He embodies the Heat culture, toughness, accountability, defense-first mentality. That's not the type of guy you let go of easily, especially when the alternative is an unproven return or a lateral move. So what would it take to pry him away from South Beach? Realistically, the Lakers would need to put together an offer that not only matches Bam's value, but also aligns with Miami's long-term vision. That likely means including at least 2 high-upside young players, multiple future first-round picks, and perhaps even a third team to balance the financials and incentives. It's not impossible, but it's a long shot. And that's where things start to tilt towards fantasy rather than likelihood. There's a huge difference between a team being interested in a player and that interest materializing into a serious negotiation. In this case, all signs point to the former. The Lakers are interested. They see Bam as an ideal fit. But unless something dramatic shifts, like Miami deciding to pivot directions or Bam requesting a change of scenery, it's hard to imagine a deal going through. That said, in today's NBA, you never say never. We've seen blockbuster trades materialize out of nowhere. Stars get restless. Teams reassess their timelines. Front offices make aggressive moves to shake things up. All it takes is the right catalyst, and suddenly what seemed like a pipe dream becomes the headline on every sports site in America. While the Bam rumors swirl, there's another dynamic that can't be ignored: the Lakers' internal pressure. The franchise is always under a microscope, but right now, the intensity is turned up to 11. LeBron's window is shrinking, the Western Conference keeps getting deeper, and the margin for error is slim. Every move counts. That's why Rob Pelinka and the front office are under so much scrutiny. This isn't just about adding talent. It's about making the right move at the right time. Bringing in a player like Bam would be a massive statement, not only to the rest of the league, but to LeBron himself. It would be a clear signal that the Lakers are committed to winning now, that they're willing to do whatever it takes to compete at the highest level. But if a move for Bam proves too complex or unlikely, the Lakers will need to pivot, and fast. That's where names like Andrew Wiggins start to enter the picture more seriously. Wiggins may not have the same star power as Bam, but he brings a different skill set that could still be incredibly valuable. He's a proven wing defender, capable of guarding the league's best scorers, and he's improved significantly as a catch-and-shoot threat. His time with Golden State showed that he can thrive in a winning system when the roles are clearly defined. And while his stint in Miami may not have reached the same heights, the potential is still there. For the Lakers, he represents a more attainable target, one that wouldn't require mortgaging the future but could still boost the present. Adding a player like Wiggins would also help balance the roster. One of the Lakers' biggest challenges last season was maintaining consistent perimeter defense. Too often, they were exposed by quick guards and skilled wings who could create space or finish through contact. Wiggins helped solve that. He's long, athletic, and disciplined. Plus, his offensive game has matured to the point where he no longer needs the ball in his hands to be effective. He can operate as a cutter, a spot-up shooter, or a secondary ball handler in transition. Pair that with Davis's rim protection and LeBron's playmaking, and you got a lineup that can compete with anyone when locked in. Of course, any move the Lakers make will have ripple effects across the rotation. Bringing in a high-level player means that someone else's minutes get reduced. It could also signal the departure of fan favorites or promising young pieces, which always stirs mixed reactions from the fan base. That's part of the business. Winning comes with tough decisions. The front office has to weigh chemistry against potential, short-term gains against long-term plans, and public perception against internal evaluations. It's a delicate dance, and one that becomes even more critical when your team's window is narrowing. And let's not forget the wild card in all of this, the evolution of the NBA itself. The league is constantly changing. The way teams are built, the way stars move, the value of draft picks. It all fluctuates depending on trends and timing. Just a few years ago, we saw an arms race with super teams. Then came the era of depth and versatility. Now, we might be heading back toward elite defensive identity and two-way excellence being prioritized again. In that context, a player like Bam becomes even more valuable. He's a cornerstone in a league that's rediscovering the importance of stops over stats. If the Lakers can somehow find a path to him, they don't just make a big move, they make the right move. So here we are, sitting at the intersection of rumor and reality, speculation and strategy. The Lakers have options, and those options come with risks. But if there's one thing this franchise has never been afraid of, it's taking bold steps. Whether it's chasing a dream scenario with Bam Adebayo or opting for a more pragmatic route with someone like Wiggins, the pressure is on to deliver. The fan base expects it, LeBron demands it, and the front office knows it. This offseason will define the next chapter of Lakers basketball. Will it be one of resurgence and dominance, or one of missed opportunities and what-ifs? Only time will tell. But if history has shown us anything, it's that when the Lakers make moves, they do it with championship banners in mind. Before we continue, we ask that you leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exclusive Lakers updates. Moving on. In a surprising twist that has set the NBA rumor mill abuzz, Serbian guard Aleksa Avramovic is reportedly on the radar of the Los Angeles Lakers. While there has been no official confirmation from the franchise or the players' camp, multiple sources close to the situation suggest that preliminary talks may have taken place, fueling speculation that Avramovic could soon make his way to Hollywood. Known for his tenacity on defense and his fearless style of play, Avramovic has made a name for himself in Europe, particularly with his performances for Partizan Belgrade and the Serbian national team. His standout showing at the FIBA World Cup, where he played a key role in Serbia's impressive run, has only amplified interest from several NBA teams. The Lakers, in their ongoing quest to bolster their backcourt depth and defensive prowess, could see Avramovic as a valuable asset. At 29 years old, Avramovic is in the prime of his career, combining experience with a relentless competitive spirit. His ability to guard multiple positions and contribute offensively as a secondary playmaker has drawn comparisons to some of the NBA's elite role players. For the Lakers, who have faced challenges with consistency and perimeter defense, the Serbian guard might offer the kind of grit and versatility they are looking for. Whispers around the league suggest that the Lakers' front office has been closely monitoring international talent, and Avramovic's name has reportedly surfaced in several internal discussions. With the NBA increasingly turning its attention to European leagues as fertile ground for recruiting skilled and battle-tested players, a move like this would not be out of character for the Lakers' leadership. Still, as with any rumor, caution is warranted. No official statements have been made, and it remains to be seen whether interest will materialize into a concrete offer. Yet the very possibility of Aleksa Avramovic donning the purple and gold has already sparked excitement among fans and analysts alike, who are eager to see how such an addition could reshape the team's dynamics heading into the next season. For now, it's a tantalizing prospect, one that underscores the Lakers' commitment to exploring every avenue in their pursuit of another championship banner. Stay informed exclusively about Los Angeles Lakers news. Subscribe to our channel and hit the like button to keep receiving daily updates. Also, share your opinion on the news in the comments, as your contribution is crucial for the Lakers. Stay tuned for the next video.